Alright, this is a quick video to show you how to install the Braum universal harness on a Q50. As you can see, I've already mounted it on one side. I'm going to show you how to do it on the other side. You remove the panels, the top and the bottom, and from here you're going to have to get 4 of these from Harbor Freight or Lowe's or AutoZone. They might have them. That's where I got them from, Lowe's. They're 10M 1.25 thread, 30 millimeter. And to actually space them, you're going to need 4 12M nuts, which is what I used on the back. Also, you might want to go ahead and get some washers. At this point, you can remove the seatbelt harness rail and go ahead and slide in the 10M bolts and the 12 hex nut to space it out. Tighten it up, move the rail up to the position where you want it. On mine, I moved it closely to the very top. After you do that, you tighten it up and you go ahead and you mount it. There's enough space behind the seat belt bracket where you can still keep your original seat belt and keep it attached. To tighten the bolts, you can use a 17 millimeter ratchet. Just hand tighten them. It doesn't really have to be crazy tight, but it's your preference. As you can see in the video here, I'm pointing out where you can actually put the seat belt bracket. As I did on the other side, you can see that it's attached. Once you do that, just put the panels back and you'll be good for that portion. I'll show you in the next clip how to mount it at the bottom. Alright, what you'll need to do here is more than likely remove your seat to get to this portion. Otherwise, if you have enough clearance, you can move the carpet out of the way. Get, I believe it's a 14 millimeter socket to loosen up that bolt at the bottom to remove this portion of the seatbelt. Once you have it removed and it's loose, there is an orange sensor tab down there. It has a little black cap. What you'll need to do is pull on the black cap upward. Just be careful you don't damage it. It just holds it in place. Once you remove that, then you'll be able to pop that off and be able to modify the plastic piece, which is down at the bottom. I'll point it out right now. That little neck piece there, you're gonna have to cut that off. Also, you'll have to remove, see on that side it doesn't have it. So you remove that and you remove that plastic piece as well. I use a Dremel to cut it off. Also, there is a little washer holding that bolt in place. You're gonna have to bend that washer to take out the bolt to then be able to fit that bottom portion of the bracket to the harness bar. I'm showing you how it would go. There's actually a spacer down there you can remove and replace the harness bar attachment. In this section, I'm showing you how to remove the little orange clip for the sensor. Go ahead and lift the black tab out and then you can pull it off. That way you'll be able to move that portion out and be able to cut the plastic collar and also remove the bolt that's holding the plastic piece that you're going to need to remove. It's very simple. Once you remove it, it becomes loose. So I'm pointing here at the collar there you're going to have to cut. I'm going to cut it with the Dremel there, remove that piece. On the other side, there is a bolt. I'm going to point it out right now. There it is. So go ahead and remove that to take out the plastic piece. Alright, this is how it looks once you remove the plastic trim around it. Makes it much easier to work on. next step is we're going to go ahead and adjust the top panel and remove the plastic piece that allows you to move the seat belt up and down. We need to remove this so we can actually mount the harness bar. So you have to remove those 2 Phillips screws. There are 2 white clips on the white piece there that you have to remove. Pop that off and remove the plastic slider piece, and you're good. You're going to need to purchase these brackets so you can attach your 4-point harness. These will go on the left and right side of the seat belt. And then there's the other one I'm going to pick up right now. These will go on the inside where your seat belt buckles at. That's where you're going to attach your 4-point harness. So I have the Braum, and they have clips where they just lock in place to where those holes are at. They're going to go in there, showing you the parts. So if you want to pause the video to write it down, you can. I purchased 2 of them, 1 for each side. Since they come individual, they're not in sets. In the next portion, I'm going to show you how everything goes together. In this one, I've already opened one of them, and I have already attached it to the bottom portion of the seat belt. That's how I pretty much put it. I put a washer between the bolt and the bracket. On the other side, I'm actually holding the washer and the spacer. That spacer I'm gonna have to remove to be able to attach the rod that attaches to the harness bar. That harness bar rod goes in where that spacer's at. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it right now and show you how it's supposed to be put together. As you can see, I've already put the rod between the bolts. I'm trying to get it into that little slot there. It should be easy. You just have to move it in place and it will pretty much slide in. After you do that, you can tighten it, and don't forget to reattach the sensor. Otherwise, you'll get a seatbelt issue on your dash saying that the seatbelt is not connected, and you'll get the airbag sensor to come on. I figured it's probably best just to connect it. You don't want those dash lights to come on. After you do that, just tighten it, adjust it, put the panels back, and you should be good to go. Added this other portion here so you can see after it's been tightened how everything is solid. It's not going anywhere. Just make sure you make the proper adjustments. You tighten everything down, double check, and you shouldn't have any issues. Enjoy your harness bar. No results. I have this posted on my IG. If you haven't followed me yet, Zero Flash out.